Hello, everybody! Welcome to Thursday's stream. How are you guys? I'm doing pretty well. It's been a day. Once again, pretty much what's a pretty normal day. Ooh, I need to turn the gain back down from yesterday. Whoa! Alright, not that far. There we go. That's pretty good. Probably a little. Whoop! Hello! Yeah, today was pretty good. Pretty normal day in terms of days. It's been made pretty clear to me that Mana's been in the studio while I was gone because if you saw on yesterday's stream, they made it their duty while I was performing my duty to take a glass chessboard that I have sitting on one of my shelves, and to take a bunch of the pieces and hide them throughout the room, which is fine. It's hilarious, it's funny, it's fun. I enjoy little stuff like that. I've done little stuff like that to people. In the hour before stream, as I was getting ready and doing other things, I found no less than 10 fucking pieces hidden around my room. Some of them very obvious, some of them very clever, and a lot of them very funny. So hats off to Mana for this fun little game. I almost choked on one of them though, because I think it was this. Which one of them's wet? Yeah, this one. This little pawn. Whoop. This little pawn was at the bottom of my drinking cup, and I was finishing up a drink from yesterday, and yeah, that almost went straight down my gullet, but thankfully the rest of my fat mouth caught it in time. So props to her for that one. There was another one hidden right here, just behind you guys, just behind the camera. There was one up on a shelf, like just kind of like little hidden places. There was one, I don't know if you guys can see, but so the bookshelf back there has like a little thing on top. One of them was hidden up there. There was one like on the door frame above the door. She's so short, I don't know, or they're so short, I don't know how one got up there. The funny one, there was one I discovered literally just before I went live. That I thoroughly enjoyed, that I thought was really funny. It was inside of my Hot Ones Pringles. I popped the lid open and there was just a little chess piece sitting nice and snug and comfy right on top of a Pringle. So that one was really good too. I really enjoyed that. People, regardless of your own sex, your own gender, your sexuality, who you're attracted to, who you're not attracted to, find you someone you can have fun with, because that's the big thing. Dubs, hello. Now I understand why some places in the US banned Kinder Surprise eggs. Dude, yeah, like it was kind of an actual issue for a while. They came back, actually. I didn't know this, but like I'm starting to like actually see them in stores now, which is fucking incredible. Oh, you know what I always confused Kinder eggs with? Because there was another candy that is similar in concept that I was getting it confused with, and I was like, no, I remember those all over the place. In fact, I think you can still get them in some places. You can't, actually, as far as I'm aware. Do any of you remember Wonder Balls? And that, for all I know, they may have been a U.S. exclusive thing. For all I know, it may have been a regional U.S. thing. Maybe not even everyone in the United States got them. So I don't know if Europe got them. I don't know if other countries got them, but they were called Wonder Balls, and it was basically a thin, hollow chocolate sphere that then had like chalky, fruity candies inside of them. I'm kind of afraid to Google it. I know how it's not. Believe me, if it makes you feel any better, I'll Google it. I'll Google. No, I don't need the square root of 7659354 again. But I do want to see the Wonder Ball. Sorry if I start to get a little... There it is. Okay, it was by Nestle. Oh, yeah. Let me readjust myself. Also, I'm gonna... Alright, I gotta figure out another solution for the sub-goal and the follower goal things, because I don't want you guys... They've never been correct on Streamlabs, I'll tell you guys that much. The numbers you're seeing there are not the correct numbers that I actually have on my end. Yeah, these things. Wonder Balls. Little Nestle thing, they came in this box, and then the sphere itself was in a wrapper, and then inside of it were, you know, various themed little like fruit-flavored candies. I loved these things. Probably why, probably contributed to my adult onset diabetes. Yeah, I love these things. And so for whatever reason, actually, I mean, I can understand it. I would always get these confused with, I would get these confused with the Kinder Eggs, because I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean they were dangerous? You're supposed to eat the things that are inside them. You never saw them? Okay, then yeah, maybe they were a much more, you know, U.S. exclusive thing. But yeah, they were really good. I enjoyed them. Like I said, I don't... Well, I mean, this change.org petition is to bring back the Wonder Ball, so yes, I'm guessing they are not manufactured any longer. So there's that. But yeah, they were really good. I enjoyed them. Ooh, so... Okay. I have a D&D thing to talk about, but before any of you lose interest or leave, hear me out. It is not, technically speaking, to do with the tabletop or the game or anything like what we looked at the other day. No rules or anything like that. For those that may be unaware, Paramount is making a Dungeons & Dragons movie. It's coming out March of next year, and currently right now, San Diego Comic-Con is going on, and they built this whole like exhibit for it and showed off a bunch of stuff about it. And apparently they also released the first trailer for it. I literally found that out just before I went live, so I haven't watched it. I decided I'm going to watch it on stream. So we're going to do that right now. Sorry if you guys aren't interested, but I am, and I want to see it, so that's what we're doing. That's how streaming works. If it'll load. I've got... So we're playing Civ 6 again today. Oh, shit. I need to change... I think we may still be in the Stray category right now. Oh, right. My Streamlabs is over here. Hold on. I need to Oh no, I did change it. Okay. We are in the Civ 6 streaming category. Phenomenal. D&D. Honor Among Thieves? Trailer. Dubs, I mean, legit question for you. So I know you don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I know you don't know anything about it. Would you go and see a movie about it, though? And again, not about it, but like... Let's watch the trailer, and then maybe I'll ask you, huh? Alright. I'm gonna pause it, wait for it to load. Does it look good? It looks fine. Alright, let's, let me turn the music down. And I have a text from Mana. What's happening? Steam texted me. I have a sale on my wish list. Okay, let's watch this trailer. That wasn't it.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves. And when you do this, you're bound to make enemies. Sometimes those enemies come looking for revenge.
Oh, that's so cool.
Truth be told, we helped the wrong person steal the wrong thing. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
You need cool.
To give us a fighting chance, we're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
We also need courage, magic, and you.
Oh, they are gonna use it. That's so cool.
What is that again? It's an owl there.
Let's go.
Be warned. There is evil here.
I'm glad he's on our side.
This one's dangerous.
Yeah.
But whatever happens, we'll be ready.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
I should have waited until Sorrow or Mana or Dart or somebody I play D&D with was here. Literally no offense to anybody that is. Okay, Bobby, I don't blame you one single bit. Believe me, I have my doubts too. Because there are Dungeons and Dragons movies. They are literally all fucking atrocious. They're all bad. They're laughably terrible. That looks really good. And I'll tell you why. Not in terms of like, so it does look good visually, costume, the acting seems like it'll be fun. The actual story seems like it'll be very interesting. What I love is that that is Dungeons and Dragons, what you saw. Like, yes, the trailer was just reference. But honestly, for a D&D movie, that's good, because, like, none of the other ones that I've seen really felt like actual, like, a Dungeons and Dragons movie. It felt like a fantasy movie that they slapped the name Dungeons and Dragons on for the clout and to like get people into the theaters, which again, bad move anyways, because back then it wasn't as big as it is now. So let me I want to go through a couple things real quick as to why I was freaking out. So I don't know the setting. So because hold on, I see the message. There's a good chance that I will like it more in the end, or like the other films, because I have no idea what it should be. It was the same with the Halo movie. Yeah, so like I get that too, of like someone could enjoy it as well, because it's like, hey, I don't know what's supposed to be in here. I don't know what any of this is. So you're not going to come in with that bias of like, okay, I am a D&D fan. I want to see this, this, and this. You're just like, oh, cool, a fantasy movie. I'll go and watch it. And so you can form a very unbiased opinion on it, which, hey, you know, next year after it's out, if you do end up seeing it and we see it at the, you know, like around the same time, I would be very interested to hear what the unbiased opinion of it is. So here's why that trailer excited me. Actually, before that, so I'll ask you now. So you already said before we watched the trailer that you would see it anyways, just out of interest. Now that you've seen the trailer, and again, knowing none of the references that I was getting excited about, does it still, do you still hold that opinion? Like, after seeing that trailer for a fantasy movie, did it look interesting enough for you to say, yeah, that looked pretty cool, I'll go see that? Or was it unfortunately the opposite of like, this seems like it'll just be too many references that I'm not gonna get? So I'm not gonna, like, it seems like a lot of it'll just go over my head. I'm not gonna go see it. Oh, you said it mid-trailer. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know, you know, with the delay and everything, where that reaction ended up. Okay. So good. So let me explain why I got excited for it. So like I said, I'm not sure. I'm sure they have said it. I just need to go look it up. So Dungeons and Dragons doesn't take place in just one setting. You wouldn't know that if you just got into D&D recently, because they've only been using one setting for all their stories. But Dungeons and Dragons as a whole takes place on many different worlds. They're essentially called campaign settings. The thing with references is that you have to know that it's a reference to not get the reference. Does that? Yes, that makes perfect sense, and I know exactly what you're saying. But like, so the only reason I bring it up as a potential issue is that sometimes movies or just media in general, based on existing properties like video games or, you know, things like this, they'll, like, most of the time they'll make a reference and then they'll have this weird, like, either pause in the movie or even like a direct, like, fourth wall break where they'll like look at the camera and be like, is that thing we're referencing, did y'all get it? Okay, that was for you. And I hope there isn't a ton of that, but those aren't all that is a, oh my god, Sean, you have to talk. That isn't the type of references that I'm talking about, and it doesn't seem like, at least from the trailer, there was a lot of it. But as I said, a lot of that more comes out like with dialogue, so we'll have to see. So anyways, D&D has a lot of different settings, and while on the whole a lot of them are still fantasy based, you know, they have to be because the game was designed for fantasy, there are vast differences between all of them. Some of them, you know, like they all have like a different pantheon of gods. They all have different origins, like creation myths. You know, they all have different ways that the world works, and obviously different maps and locations and things like that. So, off the top of my head, none of these locations, based on descriptions I've seen or things I've seen in other media, immediately jump out to me. I would love that. The thing we referenced, huh? You all like that? Good. It would fit in a Deadpool movie, and I'm sure they did. I think they did it a couple times in like Deadpool 2. And then of course the end credit scene with him time traveling was just basically a reference montage. But anyways, I'm 99% sure this movie's going to take place in a what is essentially the most popular D&D setting, and the one that they've been using for the current edition of the games, called the Forgotten Realms. More specifically, an area of the Forgotten Realms called the Sword Coast. With that being said, if that's what they're going with, the location we're seeing right here is either the city of Waterdeep or Neverwinter. But I'm pretty sure it's Neverwinter, because I know their castle is like right on the coast like this one is, and Waterdeep's castle is actually further into the city. Granted, they could change the layout of fucking everything for the movie. You know, it doesn't really matter. So I think this may be Neverwinter. Oh, they did do a thing here.
You're bound to make enemies.
I don't... If this is supposed to be a specific item, I don't really know what it is. I can't... The design on it doesn't hit me as anything. The design on the like forehead piece of the helmet doesn't strike me as familiar, and even the helmet itself doesn't remind me of anything. There are plenty of magic items that are helmets, so who fucking knows?
Sometimes those enemies...
Yeah, so again, this is the same city, because like from the other shot you could see this like Colosseum off to the left, and it's the same castle. With the river where it is, I do think this is Neverwinter.
Looking for revenge.
Oh, here's why I got really excited right here. Is it always winter in Neverwinter? Fun fact, it's actually never winter in Neverwinter. Nerd moment. The actual reason the city is called Neverwinter is because it was built on top of a hotbed with like hot springs. So basically the area is constantly heated with geothermal energy, so it literally is never winter. Which is special for its location, because Neverwinter is very far north, just south of a mountain range that, like, once you pass that mountain range, which by the way is called the Spine of the World, and I love that, it's just all like frozen north. An area called Icewind Dale, which is also a very popular setting. Anyway, so the reason I freaked out about this specifically, so in D&D, obviously there are dragons, but there are different types of dragons. The main two groups are metallic dragons and chromatic dragons. And then within them, there are essentially different colors of dragon, and each type of dragon can produce a different breath weapon. So in D&D, not every single dragon breathes fire, as you saw in the clip. So the one we're seeing in the clip is a black dragon, which has acid breath. Knowing that, and then seeing this, seeing it just spew this vile black liquid that immediately starts melting and singeing the ground and anything else it touched. That's so cool. I mean, technically it should be winter, but it doesn't get cold, I would guess, no? Yeah, that's essentially the thing, is like, as far as I know, like, Neverwinter doesn't ever see like snowfall or very cold weather that a lot of the North usually does, because of the hot area around it kind of keeps it in this bubble. That for once has nothing to do with like magic. Like there wasn't like a spell cast on the city to where it never experiences winter. It just literally is the, like, that's why the city was built there, and why how it expanded so well is because people could trade there and farm there essentially year round, because they didn't have to worry about a winter season. Yeah, so seeing a black dragon and its acid breath, that's super cool. Let's see, Paramount, some rocks, the party. Ooh, that horn. Okay, so this was the other thing I started freaking out about.
We helped the wrong person.
Okay. I have two guesses as to what the item they're holding is, but I don't think it's one of the options. I actually, technically speaking, don't think it's either of them, because so the trailer says that, like, essentially, like, these guys are thieves, they stole the wrong item for the wrong person, and that led them to unleashing the, like, this ultimate evil on the world. I can't think of, like, a horn based actually, I kind of can. I can imagine that a thing where it actually gets cold in Neverwinter because of evil guy could be cool. Yeah, actually, like the opposite, like where something happens and some evil like actually finally brings a chilled winter to Neverwinter. Yeah, that would actually be a really cool story. So this horn, there was a horn in one of their campaigns, the first one I actually ran, the one I got my tattoo from, that did have a horn called the Drock horn that, as you would imagine by the name, basically calls and commands dragons that hear the noise. The only reason I don't think this is what that is because the actual Drock horn was like fucking 15 feet long and required like 4 people to operate. So I don't think it's that. There is another magic item that's like a horn that you blow that summons something, but it wasn't like ultimate evil. It was just like 6 Vikings. So I don't think it's that either. The only thing I can think of is like, it looks very what we would consider like demonic. And there's plenty of demons and devils in Dungeons and Dragons. So maybe it's something like that. I don't know.
Feel the wrong thing.
This was another thing I freaked out about. Not this person in particular, but rather how they are dressed and how they look.
The greatest evil the world has ever known.
Yeah, because
We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has.
okay. So a couple things about this character specifically. In D&D as a whole, but very specifically in the Forgotten Realms, there is a group of evil spellcasters called Red Wizards. Called so because they always dress in red. But more than that, so they always dress in red robes. They always have these like big collars and like big shoulder pads. And almost all of them have a shaved bald and tattooed head. And they almost all practice necromancy. So they are all about raising the dead and doing things like that, right? So I'm currently looking at an evil guy wearing all red with a big collar and a bald head and a very gaunt skeletal looking face. That's a red wizard. For sure. And it is so cool to have the red wizards as the villains of a D&D movie. Not blue. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, the red wizards are actually called that because they always wear blue. You're right, Dubs. You got it.
Ever known.
Just specific spells I'm seeing.
But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off?
Oh, wait a minute. What was on that tree? Okay, it's just a giant spider.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
You need cooling.
Then give us a fighting chance. We're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
I don't think that axe is anything specific.
I know you don't.
It's clearly a magical fire axe, but I don't think it may just be a yeah, I don't know. They did release what each class all of the like main characters are, but again, I'd probably go into that a little more if there was like somebody else here that was into D&D, but I won't bore you with all that sort of intricate detail stuff because again, I know that's not going to mean anything.
We also need courage, magic.
Also, that's just really cool. A sword that can turn into a dagger, like where the blade flies off of it. That's just cool no matter who you are, right?
Magic.
Okay, so that was the helmet that they had gotten, right? Yeah. If he's doing that... I mean, I have a couple ideas of what it might be, but again, it's not really super important. Yeah, I like the sword. I mean, the dagger. It's like, which one do you sharpen?
And you.
Oh, so this is why she's cool. This, Jesus Christ, come on. So this character in the movie, and they did... Shut the fuck up. Hi, Winterbeam. So they did show it in the trailer, but you saw she can transform into animals. She's the party's druid, and that's what most druids are famous for. Is they cast magic using the power of nature, and a lot of them have the ability to what's called wild shape. They can transform into animals that they've seen before. And so this is where we start to get a lot of the references. It's mostly in the creatures. That's what I was getting like super excited about, was the monsters and the things that she was transforming into. Yeah, so it looks like she was something else, but now she's a very famous creature from Dungeons and Dragons, and they say it in the trailer, an owl bear. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a giant bear with an owl's head. They're so cute and adorable.
It's an owl bear.
And then see, right back into her druid form.
Let's go.
I don't know what they're going for with this, because it's clearly draconic, but this isn't a dragon. It's clearly made out of stone that's been animated. So they may say this is a gargoyle. I mean, for all I know, they may just say it's a stone dragon, but I don't know what's going on there. Clearly some magic, but I don't know if it's someone casting a spell or using a... Ooh, actually, looks like she came through a frame or something.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's just a thing or if it's something that's laying on the ground. I don't know if it's an object laying on the ground that they're using to transport between the two places, or if it's a spell.
Be warned.
This I'm excited for. I don't know if it's... This may be a specific city that I know about. So I think I know where this place is, but I could be wrong.
Evil here.
This person looks familiar too. I actually know that spell they cast. It's called Green Flame Blade.
I'm glad he's on our side.
This one's dangerous.
That is a mimic. That is a good old-fashioned treasure chest, or a monster pretending to be a treasure chest. And I love it. I love mimics so much.
But whatever happens,
Here's where I got really excited. So they're clearly in that Colosseum that, again, may be in the city of Neverwinter. So there's actually two creatures here. The panther-looking thing with the barbed tentacles, that is called a displacer beast. And just like the name implies, they can essentially blink out of existence and reappear somewhere else. And then they're on top of that, they're a giant man-eating cat beast with multiple tentacles that have these tooth-like barbs at the end of them. Terrifying creatures. I absolutely love them. What the characters dove into, you may think they're safe because it looks like a giant cube of gelatin. You would be right. That creature is called a gelatinous cube. Except for the fact that that creature is extremely acidic. So, like, essentially what it does is it just travels around dungeons and just absorbs things into it and then melts them. It's clearly another red wizard. Oh yeah, those are red wizards. Bald, tattoos, dark eyes, red robes. This thing? I'm really not sure what they're going with this giant fire-breathing creature. Because it's... They may just be saying it's a fat dragon.
we'll be ready.
I'm not sure. Because it's really, really fat. And its design looks like a red dragon. And it was breathing fire. But it doesn't look red. It almost looks green. Which it could be a green dragon. But green dragons don't breathe fire, they breathe poison. They breathe a poisonous
What
gas.
do you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make
I
plans
don't think
that
there was
fail.
anything
He
else that
also
really
plays
came
the
up.
lute.
Not relevant.
I just wanted to see Chris Pratt playing the lute again. Oh my god, okay. I am so excited for that movie now. I was very... Is it a Balrog? No. I actually know it isn't. It may be. So here's the thing, actually. Dungeons and Dragons does have a creature that is very much based off the Balrog, but because of like legal reasons, they're not allowed to use that phrase. They're not allowed to call it a Balrog, but there is a creature in D&D called the Balor, Balor. That is a giant devilish appearing creature with wings that has a fire whip, but also has, or no, I'm sorry. It has a, hold on. So here's the Balor. Yeah, so it has a fire whip and a lightning sword. So here, I mean, this is the 5th edition Balor, so it isn't scaly, and I like I said, I didn't see the other two things, but I guess technically it could just be a fat Balor. Is it Balor or Balor?
Baylor.
It's So it could be a fat Balor, I guess. And, you know, they don't all have to specifically have, like, these skulls with this armor and everything. But I don't think it breathes fire. Death throws fire or magic resistant, magic weapon, multi-attack. Yeah, it just has the longsword, the whip, and it can teleport. So yeah, I think it may just be a fat red dragon. Which I'm also fine with. Wow, that got me very excited. I'm super excited for that. Well then, call Gandalf. You shall not pass! Dubs, I don't know if you know how to, but can you clip that for me? I kind of want to keep that one. Yeah, that's exciting. I am excited for that movie. Can I look up the trailer for Frog Island? I absolutely can. As long as you're not going to get me banned for it. Ignore all the frogs that apparently are already on my home screen. Oh, is it a game?
Sandal.
This looks cute.
Para. Pantalón. Lindo. Palo no. Andrew.
So it's cutesy fetch quest to the game, right? Because it makes it pretty obvious that they're like, no, in order to get this, you have to go get this. In order to get that thing, you have to go get this. In order to go get that thing, you need to go get this. Which, like, again, like, if that is the game, then fine. I'm not saying that as any negative aspect about it, just a factual aspect about it. That looks pretty fun, actually. If I can get my hands on it, we can watch it on stream. Well then, call Gandalf. You shall not pass! Oh, thank you so much. Well then, call Gandalf. You shall not pass! Incredible. Thank you so much. Hey, I know I was working on that logo, but maybe I'll have to change it already. Did you see the like the logos and the announcement that I had made about that, by the way? Oh, you had another one in mind? Is that not what you were asking me to look up? Was there something else? You voted? Okay. Yeah, I'll probably let it run for like today and tomorrow as well, and then use Saturday to get like a lot of work on stuff done, and hopefully by the start of next week, by Monday, I should have a lot of the stuff implemented, but we'll find out, I suppose. I sent the link to the one I had in mind to Discord. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me open up Discord, which I need to for tonight anyways. Because I got Dunda tonight. You know what? I'm actually probably going to go ahead and change the title and the Schultz. Oh, speaking of, go ahead and send it. I won't do it until after I'm done looking at what it is you sent, but if you've got a tongue twister, go ahead and post that so I can have it at least. I'm gonna change the stream details because that's something about a banana, isn't it? No, it's something about a pineapple. Because America is like the only fucking place where it's called a pineapple, and it's called ananas in like literally every other language. I'm also gonna change the stream details because obviously, like, initially I was planning on doing like an hour of Civ 6. However, that is no longer happening. Only because, so I'm not going until 6 today. I'm only going to go for another half an hour. Short stream today because I have to... I'm joining up with my D&D group a little early today because there's a couple things we need to discuss as a group. So we're going to do that early than our normal playtime, just so it doesn't cut into our actual, like, session. This is what I watched. I mean, it's probably a different... I'm guessing it's, like, a different trailer. Froggy!
There is a little island in the middle of the sea, and the creatures who live there are a little
Different
bit
trailer,
froggy.
okay.
An artist who loves to paint and a guard who loves the moor. The sailor will meet them all before leaving the froggy shore. They swap and hop, and shop and drop, and flip and flop, and grow a crop. Explore every mountain, nook and cranny that you find. Forget who you were, become one with the frog kind. Come and visit the tavern for a nice relaxing brew. But we'll go inside of it. Well, sailor, that's up to you. Catch a fish and make a wish, adventure shore to shore. Spend a coin, get a home, set a new high score. They swap and hop, island in the middle of the sea. Spend some time on Frog Island and you'll become a bit froggy.
That looks so charming. That looks like so much fun. I definitely, like, I went ahead and saved that because I wanna show Mana that trailer. That looks like fun. It looks like it'll have the feeling of basically Animal Crossing, but with like an actual goal, which was kind of one of the reasons I didn't really stick with sorry for the music, hold on. That was one of my reasons why I didn't stick with I'm trying to close the game. That's why I didn't stick with Animal Crossing, is because it forced you to wait actual in real life time between being able to do things. So, like, you could only play it for, like, 2 to 3 hours at a in my perspective. You can only do it, like, for a short amount of time before it's just like, oh, okay, have to literally wait until tomorrow. And, like, for me, that just isn't fun. Obviously, plenty of other people enjoy that sort of gameplay, and that's perfectly fine. It just wasn't for me. But that looks like a lot of fun. Again, as long as there's no, like, in real time waiting hours or days for certain shit to happen, that looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it looks like it has the kind of the same gameplay loop and style, but you're working towards a goal. You're working on leaving the island. So I really like that. And the song and the lyrics and everything were really cute. That looks adorable. The song, like, it was really good. Yeah, we'll look into that. We still have our Switch. We haven't used it in a while. I started, like, another playthrough of Pokemon Sword a while ago, and that I played it, like, 2 or 3 times and just kind of forgot about it again. Wow, you are having a hard time just closing things. Right, the tongue twister. Eight old ants ate pineapple in the evening. That one's kind of really cute too. All right, let's hear how. Well, first, so how did TTS do with this one? How did it do with the pronunciation? Not real good. Phenomenal. Well, let's see how Google Translate does.
8 alte Ameisen aßen am Abend Ananas.
Let's hear that again a little slower.
8 alte Ameisen aßen am Abend Ananas. 8 alte Ameisen aßen am Abend Ananas.
8 alte Ameisen aßen am Abend Ananas. Gooterbomb! Hello, welcome to chat. Good to see you in here, buddy. It's actually weird to see you in here. Only because, like, I think this is, like, our first time interacting in, like, real time. Everything else has just been on Twitter. I did pretty good. Okay. Acht alte Ameisen aßen am Abend Ananas. There you go, a little faster. Acht alte Ameisen aßen am Abend Ananas. If I just said that to you in German, like, obviously you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? 8 old ants ate pineapple in the evening? I'm like, okay. Indeed it is. Well, great. Glad to have you here. I don't remember. I'm trying to think, actually, of what the fuck. How did I find you? I think I may have seen you through... I think it was Mr. Booty Bandit? That was a day today. It was a day. It was pretty normal day today. Until I got home from work, actually. Then it was great. Like, work was fine. Day was fine. And then I came home to new information on the Dungeons and Dragons movie. And we actually, like, we just got finished watching the trailer. And then me going over it with a fine-tooth comb, like the D&D nerd I am, and picking out all the little references and trying to figure shit out and everything. It was a ton of fun. For me. I don't know about Dubs, but it was fun for me. Do you play Dungeons and Dragons? Are you familiar? That's good. It wasn't... At least it wasn't abnormal. Yeah. Oh, I have to say that yesterday was a bit rude. What was... It was cool. What was rude about it? Something I did was rude, or something someone else did was rude? Because if you mean the question I asked, then yeah. If you mean someone sending a potential employer to my stream without prior warning as being rude, then I would also agree. Thankfully, they were very cool about it. I actually had a phone call with them today, and we talked, and they said it was one of the funniest things that had ever happened to them. Cooter, I'm gonna call you something else, baby. For your reference, if you're still here, the pretty sudden end of stream where you wanted to rate. Yeah, okay. You know what? That is fair, because I actually, like, when Mana was here. And, like, I just ended it. They actually said the same thing. They were like, that was kind of rude. No, you are right. I do apologize for that. I just really had to go to the bathroom. It really was just... I just needed to end stream, and I needed to run to the bathroom, and I was trying to be funny about it. It came off rude. So I do apologize for that. We'll do it today. My kids are actually wilding out. I'll be back sometime soon. Just call me All right, I'll call you KB. Unfortunately, today you picked a short stream day. I'm going to be ending here pretty soon. But it was good seeing you. I stream every weekday, so I'll be here tomorrow as well. And then every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. So that's when you can catch me. And hey, there's a YouTube channel with all of my VODs. If you're interested, go subscribe. No problem. I was just like, what? Yeah. Sorry. It was a joke that didn't land. But yeah, we'll pick someone to raid today. No worries. I could be by for a few. Yeah, same to you. Like I said, like, I see you like every fucking day on Twitter. So it's really interesting to finally have you in the stream. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming by, man. I didn't do anything. You decided to be here, so thank you for doing so. I appreciate it. Let me see. Dubs, I'm actually probably going to go ahead and I'm going to look for someone to raid now. Again, if it was a day with couple more people in here and I had an idea and didn't already have to end early. Hey, let's get off that screen, huh? Thankfully, it was just my stream manager. I don't think it had any personal information on it. Yeah, let's look. I'm gonna go ahead and raid somebody. Because I also have to go to the bathroom again. And Like I said, I gotta end early anyways, and I don't. There's nothing I could do to take up like 20 minutes. So we're probably just gonna call it short today. Oh, you know what? Well, I'm going to attempt to raid a specific channel. They're a much bigger streamer than I am. So I don't know if they'll allow, because you can turn off raids. So I don't know if they'll allow it. They already have 750 people watching. But he's a really cool Irish streamer. His name is DB Geek. And yeah, I actually found him initially through his YouTube channel. And then, saw that he was a Twitch streamer, so went and followed him and everything. So, here we go. I'm sending you guys to sending you guys to DB Geek. I love you guys. Have a good day. See y'all tomorrow.
Oh, it's so like therapeutic or something. It's airflow.
The wind is my mate.
Poppy boosters engaged.
Oh, well, your boosters are shite. Well, sure, we can't go anywhere there without that. Another ladder, maybe?